Jockeying over who will pick up the pieces at Queensland Rail has begun after Stirling Hinchlife's sudden resignation from Cabinet and a damning independent report. The interim Transport Minister is now looking to convince the rail union to relax train driver conditions, one of the reasons for the timetable debacle.
The bad news is out. The PR offensive begins. We're better than at a train station.
Now, we know that there needs to be cultural change across Queensland Rail.
Talks with key groups are underway. The government confident unions will bend to negotiations aimed at improving productivity.
There is capacity and there's a willingness for us to reach agreement around elements of implementing these recommendations, of accelerating training and recruiting more drivers.
But the reliance on overtime is still a murky issue. It reached a peak of nearly 20% for drivers, almost 30% for guards in October last year, criticised by Commissioner Phillip Strachan.
We don't have enough drivers now.
So you're going to allow this to continue, really? You're seriously going to allow that rort to continue?
Well, Steve, if we close down overtime opportunities in terms of a regular operational sense, we will see a significant reduction in services.
We have no control over overtime. The only reason overtime is occurring is because they have not employed enough drivers.
The QR board will hold its first meeting with new chairman Phillip Strachan on Friday.
It's too early to make any calls on the composition of the board. It's, I have to work with the board I have today.
The opposition has been briefed by Mr Strachan, but Tim Nicholls won't commit to implementing the recommendations if the LNP wins government.
I'll speak to Mr Strachan. We'll let you know what we think.
The shock resignation of Transport Minister Stirling Hinchliffe has cleared the political air for Anastasia Palaszczuk, but it means another ministerial reshuffle, the third since Labor took office.
It'll be minor. It'll be minor.
But the games have already begun for a spot in the ministerial team, with MPs Mark Ferner and Linus Power strong possibilities. Any newcomer is unlikely to take the transport portfolio, the acting minister coy on whether she wants the gig.
If the Premier thinks the best use of my time is in this portfolio, ensuring that the recommendations and this report is fully implemented, then I will absolutely do what she wants me to do.
As for the new Commonwealth Games Minister, the Gold Coast Mayor wants Kate Jones. The Premier says she'll decide in a couple of days. Leonie Mellor, ABC News.